Alright guys, what's going on? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Call of Duty community's favorite subject, the most favorite subject of all time, and that is skill-based matchmaking. However, at this point, we know, and I'm going to put a few screenshots on the screen as well, we know that skill-based matchmaking is not limited to just Call of Duty. So we're not alone, ladies and gentlemen. However, in terms of what kind of skill-based matching and the way it's implemented, as well as the algorithm itself and all these different things, Call of Duty most likely has the worst version of skill-based matchmaking. Now, and it's not just algorithm-based. It's also, like, there are other versions of skill-based matchmaking that are just primarily server-based, including Battlefield 2042. And how do I know this? It's basically, the gaming revolution himself said it months ago, back in June, and I quote, and I'm going to put the screenshot on the screen right now. He tweeted, "Y'all know COD YouTubers moving to Battlefield 2042 will be using VPNs to matchmake against a load of AIs for some clickbait gameplays." And then he responds to himself and says, "I worded this a bit confusingly, and yes, there is skill-based matchmaking in Battlefield 2042. It's just primarily server-based. The majority of the skill-based matchmaking happens when you found the server. It doesn't kick in beforehand, so it's not like COD." So, and then of course, the better of a player you are, the stronger and the more you're going to feel the skill-based matchmaking, specifically when it comes to COD. So, especially if you believe in the patent. And again, the better of a player you are, the more of it you believe, because it just, like when you watch Why So Serious's video back that he made a long time ago, breaking down the skill-based matchmaking patent. It's like a 3-hour video, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. It's pretty damn long, but he breaks it down layer by layer, as Thunder likes to say. He basically, like, it just goes to show you that if you're a really good player, you've experienced a lot of what this patent describes. And then you've got some of these shills over here that are playing damage control that are basically saying, oh, it's not quite like that, or it's just for campaign or whatnot. It's like, dude, who in the world do you think you're bullshitting, man? I mean, I know that really good, legit, good COD players are becoming more rare nowadays, especially since there's ways to cheat, and you got the Cronus Maxes and shit like that. And we're finding out that a lot of these Call of Duty YouTubers that are quote-unquote pub stompers, that they've been taking advantage of the system for a very long time before it was mainstream, so to speak, when it wasn't so well known. And right now they've made names for themselves and have become so financially successful off of bullshitting people and taking advantage of something or whatnot. Yeah, it's again, I'm turning into Why So Serious over here at this point, but he's so much better at it. So I'm gonna let him do what he does, and I'm gonna leave a link to his channel down below so you guys can check him out, especially if you haven't seen his video. So, you know, he's gonna continue breaking shit down despite the fact that he's been shadow banned or whatnot. So I continue to watch him. For those of you guys that really like it when Call of Duty content creators keep it real to the absolute max, I highly recommend you go check him out. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the patent or whatnot, you should definitely go check out that video. There's no doubt in my mind that you can find it, of course. Just go to his channel. But anyway, speaking of also for 402 Thunder, he more recently posted a tweet about skill-based matchmaking in Battlefield 2042. And I'm looking at this, skill-based matchmaking in Battlefield 2042. This might be good for me, actually, LMAO. And then, of course, there's he posted of what Tom Henderson said. Remember when I said there's skill-based matchmaking in Battlefield 2042 and I got slammed for it? And then, of course, there's the Me, Myself, and Irene Jim Carrey meme. Here we go. Great movie, by the way. Hilarious. Highly recommend you watch it if you haven't. And, of course, Tom Henderson also tweets at the bottom there. Obviously, give it a few days, but we'll probably see early next week how strong it is. So Battlefield 2042 is on early access right now. It got released on the 12th, and 19th will be the full release. So I guess that's when we're going to see it even more. But right now, to put it simply, a lot of players are really upset with Battlefield 2042, and I don't even think it has so much to do with the skill-based matchmaking. I think it's just the fact that the game itself is just so incomplete and needs additional patching or whatnot, and it basically needed to be delayed. I think it already got delayed a little bit, but it should have been delayed even longer, and a lot of Battlefield 2042 players are upset. And Battlefield 2042, in terms of what they're trying to do, I mean, it's really great, and it's great on paper, but again, with execution and without the proper timing, it just isn't going to happen. It's going to be before you know it, there's going to be a lot of disastrous outcomes because of that. You can't release a game when it's not ready, and that seems to be the popular thing now with games. Call of Duty's getting away with it, so I guess a lot of other companies are like, hey, we can get away with it. These guys did it. And it's the same thing with skill-based matchmaking. Now, granted, there's different forms of skill-based matchmaking, but regardless, skill-based matchmaking, especially with the Call of Duty version of it, is literally like so damn bad for every single player. Not just the legit pub stompers out there that are really good at the game. No, not just those guys, but even for casuals. Because back in the day, the ones that worked really hard to get good at Call of Duty, right, that played the game, right, casually, but just got interested to get better at it, and they put the time in, they put the work in. Maybe they did a little bit of research on YouTube in terms of how spawns work or how you can improve on Call of Duty by actually really good players and stuff like that. Well, we all worked at it, and we got better, and we started posting good gameplays because of it, and that is the reward for getting better. But right now, there is no reward. So there could be a casual out there that is also interested in playing Call of Duty and getting better at Call of Duty, right? And they're just never going to reap the rewards because of this damn skill-based matchmaking algorithm and patent that they have into the game, which is also known as engagement optimization matchmaking. So I just need to stop calling it skill-based matchmaking at this point. I'm going to call it engagement optimization matchmaking, but I'm not going to do that because it is more popularly known as skill-based matchmaking. So it's potato. So when there's one, there's the other, especially with Call of Duty at this point. So but even in Halo has skill-based matchmaking in social playlists, which is also what we call pubs here in Call of Duty. But it's a lot more fair. It doesn't mess with your bullets. It doesn't mess with your connection. It doesn't give you additional ping or anything like that. And it doesn't take forever to find a match. Like right now, you even go into Halo, you will find matches in quick play, no matter what, which is basically TDM with with a handful of maps or whatnot. You go into quick play in Halo 5, you will, and I'm sure Halo 6 can have a very similar form of skill-based matchmaking, even for the competitive playlist or whatnot. So I think what Halo did with their algorithm is that they basically made a softer version of it for the social playlist, and of course a more strict version of it for the competitive playlist. And the better you get, the more strict it is. However, it doesn't mess with your bullets and stuff like that, so you can get better. So ultimately, it's the Call of Duty version that is just so damn bad that is just ruining the game in so many different ways. If they were just to implement skill-based matchmaking algorithm in and of itself that had absolutely nothing to do with engagement optimization matchmaking version of it, like in other words, if it had nothing to do with messing with your bullets, messing with your connection, your ping and stuff like that on the fly or by engagement versus engagement basis or whatnot, and they didn't have to, and they obviously hired Demonware in order to do that as well. So if they scrapped that and just had the developers work on a softer version of it, kind of like the way it was back in the older days or whatnot, or even a team balancing version, I'm sure every single Call of Duty player that's good at the game, legitimately good, would prefer a team balancing versus engagement optimization matchmaking at this point, right? So, I mean, even Black Ops 4, again, team balancing. Black Ops 3, team balancing. I mean, you guys get it? So again, way more better, way more enjoyable, way more playable, and it doesn't punish you by nerfing your bullets or whatnot. So or your connection, so to speak. So Call of Duty really needs to change it up, but at this point right now, it's working to perfection. The casualers are still going to spend money. It's a big franchise, and it is what it is. It's going to take a lot to happen for them to change that up, and again, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but the implementation on skill-based matchmaking in games is, specifically in Call of Duty, is very annoying. And some games out there, I guess, get it right, but Call of Duty is the one that is the biggest violator in terms of literally robbing you of your entertainment the better of a player you are, because of how it just messes with you. Again, going back to the patent. So, but anyway, guys, I just wanted to kind of go a little bit in depth about skill-based matchmaking in this one. I know it's not necessarily the most fun topic to talk about, because we know what we go through here in terms of skill-based matchmaking in the Call of Duty community. We know how annoying it is. We know how it doesn't belong in pubs, and how Call of Duty itself in terms of pubs is not really meant to be competitive in the first place. It's supposed to be, its origins, its foundation is based off of being a casual arcade shooter, and what it's turned into is kind of like something completely different that just doesn't mix in very well. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about it, and let me know down in the comment section, especially for those of you guys that are Battlefield players as well. What do you guys think of skill-based matchmaking in gaming in general? Do you think it's good if implemented correctly? Do you think it's bad? Let me know. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.